Welcome to The Good Side, a half hour of positive, feel-good stories that will leave you inspired. They're told by a team of passionate journalists from local newsrooms all across the country. A good book can open a whole new world. See how a teen's love of reading sparked an idea that has given thousands of people access to the same joy. Plus, music can be a way to communicate what words can't. Music speaks and heals. Every time this band takes the stage, they prove it. And he wrote letters home more than 70 years ago when he was serving overseas. How these long-lost letters ended up boomeranging back into this veteran's life. It's a testament to the power of those memories. The Good Side starts right now. Hey there, I'm Debra Alfarone. They teach, they entertain, they provide an escape. But books aren't always accessible to everyone. So that's why a teen from Northern Virginia started a nonprofit in her county. But now she's putting books in the hands of people all across the country.
The elementary school wanted a lot of children's books. So they're like chapter books, and then what books do you have?
I have a lot of science books. Where do you think they should go?
Tara Bonsall has always been surrounded by books.
Growing up, I actually had asthma, and a lot of the times when people were playing outside, I had seasonal allergies. So I'd spend a lot of my time indoors, and books were what kept me company.
At 17, she's still surrounded by books, but maybe a bit more. She's the founder and CEO of a now national nonprofit with the goal of making books available to everyone.
Your nonprofit, the name of it is?
Everyone's Library.
And why is it Everyone's Library?
A lot of times people think, oh, books are kind of for teenagers or younger kids, but we really want to make books accessible to everyone.
The story of Everyone's Library began when Tara was about 11, in the midst of the pandemic.
It all started through a Girl Scout project. I established a library at a homeless shelter. And this library, we just stocked it with a bunch of little books, and it was outside of the shelter. We talked to the shelter manager, and she was like, wow, the books are amazing. The shelter residents are loving it. I have so many other places that might be interested in having a library, too.
Fast forward, and Everyone's Library has now set up 50 outdoor libraries, given away 5,000 books, with more than 18,000 people turning pages across the country. It's grown to 20 chapters spread across several states. The libraries live near shelters, safe houses, and in neighborhoods where people don't have a lot.
If kids are in hardship or sometimes things at home are a little bit difficult, books are definitely something that they can imagine a new life. There's so many possibilities from books. Books are really special in that way.
Tara doesn't do this alone. Her sister Anya and their parents help. Today, they are filling up their library at a family shelter nearby. John Napier is a senior case manager. He says these books offer more than knowledge or an escape.
I think it gives them a chance to know that people do care, that outside of us, obviously we're here to help, but that it shows that people in the community also think about them, so that someone, even though it may be something as small as a book, that someone thought that, oh, this one would be important to someone, or that someone could enjoy this.
The books are all donated. Tara and her sister Anya include a book they published together. It's called Roar. The theme is female empowerment. Tara says there's another book they also strive to stock.
I would say a book that is special to us is Harry Potter. It's just a staple book, so we try to put one Harry Potter in each library that we have.
Tara is about to embark on a new chapter herself. She wants to study to be an engineer.
Where does Everyone's Library go from here?
Just to spread books and as far and wide as possible would be an amazing goal.
Now, the next bunch of kids you're about to meet aren't reading yet. They're not even speaking yet, but they are communicating. The Good Side's Karina Rubio takes us to a daycare in Arizona to show us how.
Look. You may have seen this viral video on social media. An Indianapolis Colts cheerleader making a young fan's day, all because she spoke his language, sign language. These children at the Learning Experience in Chandler are well on their way to becoming conversational signers.
So when it starts in the infant room, it's like a foundation. Then they learn more and more as they go through the building.
This is Tanae.
There you go. More.
And he will let you know he's not ready for snack time to be over.
Around like 7 months old is when I've noticed them to start picking it up.
Signing easy phrases like please, all done, and thank you.
And it eliminates a lot of frustration for them and for us to know that they can communicate their needs without having to verbally tell us.
I think it's just like beautiful first to watch them grow, and then to have them be able to have that language. I think it helps like with their development.
Research shows babies who are exposed to sign language early on tend to have larger vocabularies and understand more words by the time they're 2.
We also learn as we go, and so we're able to show them as we're learning, and it comes pretty easy to them.
Some pick it up more quickly than others.
Still definitely working on it. He's clapping.
Either way, it's a round of applause for learning a new skill to carry with them as they continue to grow, and maybe one day making a new friend who relies on ASL to communicate.
Later on the good side, it's a place where things can get a little wild.
We have deer, donkey, horses, mini horses, a pony, pigs, goats, raccoons.
And that is not even all. A childhood dream becomes a reality, giving these animals a comfortable place to roam. You're watching The Good Side. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Good Side. Think about your favorite song, the memories it stirs up, and how it makes you feel. Music has the power to convey emotions sometimes too tough to express with words. The Good Side's Kristen Crowley introduces us to the Exoneree Band. They're lifting themselves up and others who've lived through a shared experience.
Two chords or bar it up and bring it up an octave higher than you.
They don't have the fame of the Beatles.
Do a little Jimi Hendrix.
Or the fortune of the Rolling Stones. But what this band does have is something unique.
It's counted off so we all come in at some time.
It's a different kind of bond because of our experiences that we went through inside.
They are the Exoneree Band, a group of men who spent years of their life behind bars for crimes they didn't commit. They live in all different parts of the country and likely wouldn't have connected were it not for the Innocence Network and its annual conference that brings wrongly convicted people together. The first bandmates formed in 2011.
And it turned into a really nice brotherhood of guys who were not only musicians but had went through the same thing of being wrongfully convicted.
For me, it's kind of like a therapy thing.
Ted Bradford's story is similar to his bandmate Eddie Lowry's. Both of them wrongly convicted of rape.
I just couldn't believe that they were accusing me of this, something that I could never do.
Donovan Allen was convicted of murdering his own mother.
My mother was killed exactly 1 week before my 19th birthday. And from the age of 19 to almost 35, I was inside.
Collectively, it took decades for them to earn their freedom. All of them cleared by DNA.
I'm just so happy that I got out of that situation and living a good life.
But none of them left prison unscathed.
No one deserves to see the things that I've been forced to see.
It's a burden that could make anyone want to minimize the fact that they are exonerees. But these men
This hasn't anything to do with being exonerated. It's just a song I wrote by Johnny and Rosie.
Want to amplify it.
My name is Rosie and I love your song.
It's an emotional release for us, and it's healing. When we're up on that stage, it's a healing for us and for our community.
I'll end on the note, my scale's gonna get slower.
We join them at practice, where their set list includes some covers of songs you know, although some come with a twist.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. They locked me in a cell, I couldn't breathe inside.
Fellow exoneree Amanda Knox does a special rendition of I Will Survive, joining the band when they come to her hometown of Seattle.
You'll see me living free, I'll be singing here and dancing with all my exonerees.
But their passion is playing the songs you don't know, the songs that tell the stories of their lives.
I have a song called My Cell, and it's about living in that small cell. I'd put those headphones on, and I'd listen to that, and I'd think of myself being on stage with those musicians. And it's finally happening. So sorry.
This year I'm doing one that's new. It's called Innocent Man.
This is my first time performing it live anywhere, so.
We were there as Ted debuted that song to a packed house of Innocence Network members.
What are some of the lines in Innocent Man?
The chorus goes, Lord, won't you shine your light on me, reveal the truth, and help them see. For you know the truth will set you free.
The exoneree bands may never find the fame and fortune some of history's great musicians have. But in their eyes, they've found something much more profound.
It feels great because these guys are like my brothers now.
A band of brothers.
Wow, thanks to Kristen for that powerful story. And if those men can find the good side in their lives, maybe we all can too. Coming up, a partnership where both sides learn from each other. There's no judgment, and the progress these veterans make working alongside horses, it speaks volumes. You're watching The Good Side. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Good Side. Now, a story of a veteran who wrote letters home 70-plus years ago when he was serving in the Korean War. Now, these were all but forgotten until his brother unearthed those letters. But that wasn't the end of it. The letters had a few more hearts to touch. The Good Side's Joshua Skinner is in Peachtree City, Georgia, with this story.
In late 2025, 95-year-old Ben Gross was surprised to learn his brother Valentine had kept over 24 letters he'd written home to North Dakota.
He said, I'm cleaning out, and I got all these letters that I'm going to throw away unless you want them.
Letters from 1952, when Ben served in the Korean War.
When I came to Korea, the war was still going full blast.
There was just one problem. The letters, still in their original envelopes and packed into one package, did not arrive in Peachtree City, where Ben now lives.
So that was the first inkling that I had that something was wrong.
Until they did, slowly, one by one.
When was the last time, before they came in the mail, that you had seen these letters?
Well, when I wrote them, 52 and 53.
How the letters somehow became detached from the package is a mystery, but the letters remained in their original envelopes and began making their way to the addresses they'd been sent to in 1952 and 53. The Postal Service noticed some of the addresses no longer existed, that these letters were precious cargo, and personally figured out where Ben lived. Some private citizens helped as well. Reading letters from his 22-year-old self, they tell the story of a North Dakota farm boy.
Father Chuck told me to write right away and tell you all thank you very much for this cookies.
Some typed, some handwritten.
I remember this one specifically. I remember when we were there.
As he poured through photos of that time, the past can't help but come back.
Do these kind of take you back to a place in time?
Yes, it definitely takes me back.
And the letters keep arriving. And while he doesn't know how they scattered, he does give thanks for the people who make sure they arrive at their destination for a second time.
What an incredible story. If you want some life lessons, there may be no better teacher than a horse. They are, like lots of other animals, always in the moment. The Good Side's Terry Russell takes us to a program where veterans are learning to take direction while giving it too.
Pretty narrow.
Today's lesson: how to load a 1,200-plus pound animal into a confined horse trailer.
Good girl, good girl. Get up there, get up there, get up there. Yes, good. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Truth is, these horses, Shahan and Latte, have loaded into this trailer countless times. But looking for leadership, they won't go forward unless the person on the other end of the rope means it.
What we're going to do is we're going to do this in reverse.
This is just one lesson in the Horsemanship for Heroes series of classes dedicated to veterans who are looking for a different way to think or feel. The horses are the teachers. They can't speak or tell the student what to do, but they do react in the most subtle of ways, forcing the veteran to be in the moment and check themselves.
This program's done a lot. It's helped with my communication skills. It helped me become a better leader because you don't always have to do more. If you've ever been on a horse, you know a little is a lot.
Veterans begin on the ground with the horse, learning how to lead them and work with them. The horses don't judge. They are just looking for a partner they can trust. But first, the veteran needs to learn how to trust, and that may be the most important lesson.
They see themselves through the horse. It's like a mirror effect. And they also learn that they can control themselves and their emotions that they're projecting. And the horses live in the moment. So as soon as they have that control, the horse is right back with them in partnership.
Walk on. Good. Bad. Yes. Turn around.
Founders of Horsemanship for Heroes, Carolyn and Scott Hooper, are veterans themselves, so there's an extra layer of understanding in the program.
Shift my body weight to match.
She's getting antsy.
It may happen the first day, or it may take some time, but there's a real sense of accomplishment out here, a chance to learn something new. Sometimes it's about the student themselves.
Wow.
And they are beautiful animals. Coming up, we're going to bring you another animal helping people decompress. This guy, he's a little bit furrier, though. He's a real head-turner, and he attracts crowds. You may be surprised to see where he likes to hang out. You're watching The Good Side. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The Good Side. It is an amazing feeling when you can follow your heart's true calling. In this next story, that calling might sound like a chittering raccoon, a howling wolf, or even a chirping otter. Lauren Corn takes us to an animal rescue in South Carolina where things are pretty wild.
Rennie eats her occasional Pop-Tart.
From bundled up raccoons and doe-eyed deer to the sharp-eyed hybrid wolves. This menagerie of animals make up the Wild Things Freedom Center.
There's no money in it, but it's fun, and I love the animals. Do you even taste it?
Jeanette Willette and her husband Dale run the wildlife rehab and sanctuary.
Animals are easier to like than people.
A passion that stemmed from Jeanette's childhood.
We are walking towards the wolves. I've had animals my whole life. I grew up in New Hampshire. I raised 2 white geese from hatchlings. Had horses, went horseback riding, had a goat. Everybody's favorite snack out here is peanuts.
The couple bought the property in 2017, dedicating 3 acres of land to feed, house, nurse, and nurture the animals back to health.
We have deer, donkey, horses, mini horses, a pony, pigs, goats, raccoons, fox, and every now and then we'll have otters. Otters are a blast to raise. We let them be as wild as they want.
But says her heart belongs to the raccoons.
Because they have personalities. You just can't beat their personalities. They're smart, they're conniving, they can work together in groups. You want to come in here and take a picture?
Jeanette gave us a tour of the farm.
This is Itty Bit.
Showing off her extended furry family.
I have no treats.
She knows every name, where they came from, and what makes them special.
Summer, the tricolor over there with the white on her, she was found walking on Front Street in Georgetown.
All right, what else?
The couple also relies on their loyal volunteers.
Come here, Wilbur.
To help take care of the 130 animals that are on property.
Pigs love mud.
Which includes prepping meals and feeding them fresh fruits and veggies.
I want them to exist and not be killed. You know, and a lot of it's education. We educate the public on how to deal and coexist with wildlife. Because it's really easy once you know how to do it. But you'll hear the coyotes yips, and then you'll hear these guys howl.
Even giving us a tip about the clever coyotes, the one animal the wildlife rehab cannot accept.
When you feed cats off your porch at night, you're using the cats as bait to draw in the coyotes. They come in to eat the cats, plain and simple. He's mad at me.
For the Willettes, rescuing animals is not just work, it's a calling. And Jeanette says the real joy comes when you see them thriving.
Some of them come in, I'm thinking, I don't think it's gonna survive. But, you know, you give them fluids, antibiotic injections, and you keep them warm, and you keep your fingers crossed and check on them like every 2 hours. And then all of a sudden they perk up and they look at you, they start opening their eyes, start moving. It's awesome to see them recover.
She's a good girl.
I think I want a raccoon now. Yep, think I do. Well, airports can get pretty wild too. Getting through security, making your flight on time, the crowds. But never fear, Buddy is here.
There are times when flights have been delayed and people are stressed. He'll lay down next to them and they'll just pet him, so it makes them feel so much better.
Makes me feel better just looking at him. You'll find him at Burlington International Airport in Vermont, right by the gates. Buddy is a trained therapy dog on standby to help travelers decompress. He's actually one of 2 therapy dogs at the airport. Well, that is it for us. I hope you smiled this half hour. I know I did. The Good Side, real stories that inspire, uplift, and remind us that even in the tough times, there's always another side, the good side. See you back here next week. Have a great day.